Hey everybody. So I want to thank everybody during Mental Health Awareness Month for taking time to read an article that's deeply personal to me. As you've spent some time reading, I have struggled with mental health myself for, a long time as someone who has ADHD or attention deficit hyperactive disorder. So what I really wanted to say to kind of close up this article is that nobody should ever be defined by their illness. Many times in my career, I've been held back, been told I have to change this or change that, without them truly being understanding or respectful of who I am and what I am. And really all I want to say is that we should never ever be defined by our illness, by the symptoms of our illness, by anything, really, whether it's how we look, whether we're, skinny or underweight, overweight, attractive or unattractive, the color of our skin, or anything like that. We should always be judged on our body of work and what contributions we make, how we've made the world a better place. Things like that are really what matter. And to me, mental health awareness is about becoming more aware of the struggles that each of us have every single day outside of the technical side in IT, right? So, servers are going to break, networks are going to go down. That stuff's kind of irrelevant. It's really more about everyone has different struggles. Everyone struggles with something. Maybe we don't all have defined mental health issues, like myself, but a lot of us do, more and more every day, right? And I think that it's really important that we don't let that define us. For those of us who do have mental health issues, I think it's so important to be honest with yourself, be self-aware, and to really try to turn those symptoms into strengths. Because just because it's a symptom doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I've spent over a decade working harder than anybody else around me, just so I could be at the same level as people, my peers. And I killed myself for years just trying to get there with somebody who couldn't read books and retain information, or, had social challenges and social issues as someone who's an introvert and has struggles with not understanding when people stop talking and all these different things, and someone who's, a little more blunt than people would like and things like that. And I've talked about that in the article, so that's kind of relevant. But the thing is that we don't have to be defined by anything. We don't have to be defined no matter what it is, whether it's mental health, whether it's race, culture, social status. None of that stuff is really relevant. It's about taking those things that are a part of you and using them for the greater good. I've done things like taking the fact that my mind is multi-threaded and use that to develop and deliver great technologies for many of my clients to help empower the pharma industry with my wife and I's company, and create a safe haven for people who are not treated great in our and bringing them to our company and building a great family here. And I think that we can do as much as we want to do. It's just all about believing in ourselves and not letting perceived things define who we are. So I want to thank everybody for reading this article, which is deeply, deeply personal to me, and to share this with people, who are colleagues and people who read these articles. I think it's really important for people to understand, because people know how I am, and I'm very self-aware. I'm happy with who I am. I'm never going to change who I am. And some people like it, some people don't, and I'm okay with that. But I know my strengths and my weaknesses, and I try to make sure I have more good days than I have bad days. And I think that's all we can really ask of each other and ourselves. So thank you for reading, and thank you for taking the time to watch this.